Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the superheroes mission of the Super Saiyan Trunks stage. So basically, you have a couple challenges here. So the first is that the first stage is pretty, I'd say, relatively easy. It's a simple stage, the first phase. I should say, not stage. The first phase is pretty simple, it's pretty easy. Your goal is basically take out the first phase. Trunks got about 100 million health, hits for around 900k, nothing too crazy. And then you jump into 500 million Trunks, who doesn't start out too crazy, but for every super attack he receives, he gets progressively worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's the issue. The Trunks can scale very, very quickly. In fact, he can scale so quickly that very few units that you're looking to run can handle his super attacks. A great example is Beast Gohan. Is really, really good. But what I found with Beast Gohan was because of Trunks' health base and because of, how to build the team. Basically, I was struggling to keep his level of defensive security up because the fight was going, 6 or 7 turns, and that's a bit of a problem for Gohan at this level, at this stage. So, what I did was basically I said I want to build the team based on the Vegito combo. So, physical Vegito and tech Vegito, allowing them to do a lot of the offensive lifting and then kind of just using whatever units I can around that. So what I did was I went with the Int Super Heroes Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. A pair of units that honestly are very, very, very questionable. They do a good job, actually. It's strange to say, they do a great job and they provide really good support. What they do struggle with ultimately is that you have to really manage their orbs, making sure that you're getting the right amount of int orbs, especially early on. You got to use their active skill as soon as you can as well, and just basically hope they don't get supered. Then we utilize the really, really, really strong performance of the Vegetos. So we have physical Vegito and tech Vegito. Physical Vegito, super easy A. Absolutely amazing. Really, 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 really top-notch stuff. Does a fantastic job at really kind of just busting out the damage, especially later on when you can get Trunks' defense down. Those counters start to hit really hard. And then tech Vegito starts out slow but has enough time to really kind of get into a stride. You can use his active skill to give you some defensive security. He's a very, very, very solid, good choice as well. So the two of them make a great pairing, especially for this event. And obviously there's a risk, if physical Vegito gets supered. Obviously it's a risk, if tech Vegito, he can also be a risk at times. But I think for me, these guys are a great pairing to run. Very reliable. On the other rotation, we are going to be running the AGL MUI Goku, of course. The revive, the damage, the defensive security of dodging everything. Very, very good. And alongside him, actually, we're going to use a int Goku Frieza. Now, depending on what your health levels at, you're going to have to manage that Goku Frieza to a very, 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 very high degree. If your health is below a certain percentage, 77%, you need to make sure that you are using Frieza, not Goku. And when you use Goku, you need to make sure that you pick up a rainbow orb, because if you don't, then you will still take a lot of damage. Goku is ideal because he can tank the supers from Trunks, even at max damage, very, very well. And that is actually a very crucial component, because we're essentially stalling until we get the tech Vegito active skill, so we can do as much damage as possible. if you had to choose between the active skills, if you need Goku to tank, you have to use Goku's active skill. If you are really high on health and you want to, you can use Frieza's active skill. But I just saved the Goku's active skills. Personally, for me, I thought it was much more important to be able to use Goku's active skill more than Frieza's to give myself defensive security. So yeah, ultimately it comes down to you making sure that you're defensively secure. If you are below that health threshold, having Frieza is great because his attack lowering helps a ton. And so generally I do also try to keep Frieza around if possible. The thing is, with Frieza, you get that kind of additional guarantee of taking the edge off for characters like Gamma 1. If you look at probably the strangest pick, I guess, is maybe Krillin and Android 18. Krillin and Android 18 work pretty damn well. They're pretty solid. Obviously with their type advantage, it helps them a lot. But I think where they really come kind of to fruition is that they are a character or a team that works well in terms of like stability. So giving attack lowering, giving 2-turn attack and defense buffs, like giving all of these things really helps out, and I think works incredibly well. So I do like that a lot, and I think everything comes together pretty nicely from that. At least that's what I will say. But all in all, look, I think pretty fun, pretty cool little event. I think it was challenging. I definitely had to think around, use my active skills correctly, use everything I had as best I can. I think if you have the strength Vegeta and Goku, I think it helps a lot. Just in general, I think the team you can run with them is very good because of the Fuse Fighters and the Future League, Saga Lead. I think that all helps a lot. So yeah, I'd say that really kind of covers it. All in all, really good, really challenging fight, but ultimately at the end of the day was one that we managed to get done. And that is it, I think, for part 1 until part 2 is announced, and then we'll take things from there. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. As always, bye.